And we are live! What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another one of our Genshin Series streams, where today we are going to be pretty much continuing from where we left in our last episode, where we were having to do multiple quests just to free up one character so we could finish Jean's story quest, which sounds complicated and is, but we have a lot of story quests to do, so it's for the best anyways. So I'm going to play the intro and then we're going to go ahead and start. Alright, so we had to finish this one. Oh, wait. Wait, so we can't even finish the TCG one? It's so crazy because I wanted to do the whole TCG mission in its own, like, dedicated stream for that, but things worked out the way they worked out. Wait, what? Okay, well, this is saying that what she's involved in is the Jean story chapter. So I guess we can continue that? Huh, guess it won't be that hard then. This character, Margaret, sure is popular. But okay, after we finish this Jean story quest, then we'll finish the TCG one and then go from there. I'm pretty sure there was also a Venti one we had to do.
Hey, you two!
Margaret? What are you doing here?
My cat's gone missing. Have you seen it?
Diona?
No, not her. I imagine Diona's probably still in a tavern. I mean, little Princey. Prince was just home, now he's gone.
Wait, Prince? The supposed talking cat from the Cat's Tale?
Did you seriously think Diona was a house cat?
This is a bit worrying. What if Prince can't find his way home?
I would love to
But we
help,
are on our way
but-
to an urgent meeting with Jean. Sorry.
You're on the way to see Jean? What a coincidence!
Paimon thought you were looking for a cat.
Yes, I wanted to see if Jean could help look for my cat.
Seriously?
That's so stupid.
You want Jean to help look for your cat?
What's wrong with that? Jean's a really nice person. Please mention it to Jean from me. I'll treat you to a brew at Cat's Tail later.
Hey! Hey! Ugh, unbelievable. Guess the case of Prince the Missing Cat is now added to the agenda for our meeting with Jean.
Which is honestly stupid. Who would have the leader of some knights go search just for a little cat? Like, why not have that translator guy find it?
Acting Grandmaster? Oh, Master Jean?
Oh, it's our honorary knight. Sorry, I must have been daydreaming. How can I assist?
Actually, it's not us who need your help. It's a bunch of other people.
I see. Well, thank you for your service to the people of Mondstadt. I have made a note of these commissions in my files, and I will make arrangements accordingly.
Great! We didn't miss out on anyone's commissions, did we? Sarah's Hilly Churls, Charles' tax return, Margaret's cat. Seems that's everything. We'll be on our way then, Jean. Jean, are you okay?
Something's wrong with Jean, and you bring her to the cathedral in search of assistance.
How's Jean holding up? Is it serious?
It's just burnout from work stress. She'll be fine after a good old rest. Thanks for bringing her here. She may have tried to keep soldiering on otherwise.
It's not a surprise, though. She does have a lot to get through every day.
Poor Jean. She's always been one to push herself too hard while overlooking her own needs. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Anyway, you're an honorary knight, aren't you? While the master is down, the knights should share her burden. No?
That's a very good point, but shouldn't one of the fully qualified knights do that?
Yes, they should.
Jean has so much to do. An extra pair of hands can't hurt. You should go and check in at the headquarters. Jean will be fine with just me here.
Paimon feels like she's trying to get rid of us.
Why is that?
Nothing. We'll leave you to it. Come on, let's go.
Just so you guys know, Barbara and Jean are sisters. That's why she cares so much.
Oh, it's Kaya!
I've been waiting for you.
Why?
I have been informed about Jean falling ill. On behalf of all of the Knights of Favonius, allow me to express my sincere gratitude for your assistance.
So courteous and polite. This isn't the Kaya Paimon knows.
Well, the circumstances warrant it. This is the acting Grand Master herself we're talking about. Now, in addition to that thank you message, there was one other thing.
Is this the part where you give us our reward?
I must say I like your style. But before we can discuss a reward, there are some things I hope you can assist the Knights with.
Things like helping to fill in for Jean.
Right. Although the commissions you reported to Jean have already been handed off to someone else, I am concerned that they will not be handled with due care without Jean's personal touch. So I am hoping
That
that
may
you
be
can
true.
help out where you see fit. I will feel much more at ease knowing that the honorary knight is personally overseeing these cases.
You can flatter us all you want, but answer me this. Why don't you do it?
Oh, I have far more important matters to attend to. There are so many things to prepare.
Fine then. So it's Sarah, Charles, and Margaret's stuff you want us to help with, right?
Those are the ones. I appreciate the help. See,
Why did it just cut off like that?
Sound very good.
Why do we have to ask them about their commissions when we're literally the ones who discovered their commissions to begin with? And all of the stuff that they want to be done is all stupid, and no one would do it anyways. Other than Jean. Well now it's saying Margaret's involved in another quest. What the heck? The TCG one. And apparently the Venti one, even though I didn't start that yet. You know what? We'll just start with the other ones. Why is Margaret all over the place?
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing to.
Lisa, are you here about the tax return?
Oh, hello, darling. You're quite right. After I heard about poor Jean, I thought I might lend a hand with some of her more literary duties.
Cool. Well, if we're no longer needed here, we'll be on our way.
Wait a moment. Actually, Charles here was wondering...
Please, allow me, ma'am. I just took a rather important order. But unfortunately, we've run completely dry, and the delivery from the winery is behind schedule. If it's not too much trouble, could you go and do something about this logistical nuisance?
What's so urgent about this order?
It came in at the last minute. Literally just a few seconds ago.
Oh, please.
Exactly. Hence the urgency.
I'm positive that next time my boss, Master D-Luke, is here, he'll pick up the tab for you.
Sounds about right.
Talk to Ernest.
Where Charles's delivery disappeared to.
Have you come to rescue me? I've been waiting long enough. And all the time I've been working at the winery, this is the first time I've been robbed by hilly churls. If you'd taken any longer, I don't know what I would have done.
Stayed standing here.
Fear not! My friend here is a hilly churl exterminator extraordinaire!
Just as well. Then please escort this transporter to the end of the road. And be careful with it. Just beating up the hilly churls is not the aim here. I'll be waiting up ahead.
Shadows of fate.
Pew pew!
The feeling's mutual.
Can't handle your dream. Propagate!
Delve into destiny.
Seriously.
Many happy returns.
That slime wasn't even part of the mission and was attacking the balloon.
Scatter! Spring forth!
Let me scrub. Fate is upon you.
Wow, that balloon sure is taking its time.
Shadows of fate! Let me scribe!
Scatter! On a rock! Pew pew!
Decided by destiny!
Yeah! Diana special!
Shadows of fate! Leave my space!
Thank you, my
Oh,
friend.
now you show
I thought
up.
I was in deep trouble this time. It's a good thing you showed up. I'll put in a good word for you with the gentleman at the winery.
Well, that's not useful for me. On to the next.
Got it. I'll set off right away.
Amber, are you here to help out with Jean's commission?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I was just getting ready. Who better than an outrider to mop up some hilly trails on the delivery route?
Oh.
Sarah, what are you still stressing about? I'm an outrider, and I won't disappoint.
You misunderstand me. I don't doubt your abilities. I'm just overwhelmed at the number of orders piling up in front of me. Another bizarre order came in just now. It's like they're hosting a banquet or something. Really? You don't? That would be wonderful.
This is all for
You really
Jean.
are the good hunter's guardian angel.
Yeah, well, those hilly trails are going to be a handful, too.
Well, why don't you take this order? Start by getting the ingredients.
Are you sure she can be trusted? It might end up tasting a
Hey.
bit funky.
We're well past the point of aiming for perfection. This is now a fight to save the good hunter's business.
A fight?
For this dish, we need 3 sweet flowers and 3 fowls. Okay,
Yeah,
go
it
and get
has
ready.
been a while since we've
You
seen
too,
Amber.
I'll be waiting here.
Oh, yes,
okay.
right!
Have you brought me 3 sweet flowers and 3 fowls?
Apparently I have.
Yep, that's everything. Now, order number 7 is for 1 sweet madame.
And so begins the story of us becoming basic kitchen hands.
You did say you'd help Good Hunter out. Be sure to serve it while it's hot.
Learned how to cook chocolate. Huh.
Any news on that sweet madame? 1 sweet madame received. This smells absolutely divine. This is nothing less than what I would expect from a head chef, never mind a sous chef. Since you cook so well, you might as well take this sticky honey roast next.
Sticky honey roast? Paimon's sure she's heard Amber and Kaya mention this one before.
That's right.
That's
a
not at
mainstay
all
of the
what
Good
the
Hunter
caption
menu.
said.
It's my pride and joy. The knights order it almost every time they come here for a gathering. Let me teach you the recipe for a sticky honey roast.
Wait, didn't you say it's your pride and joy? You're going to teach us how to make it? Just like that?
With your cooking skills, I don't think you will be doing a disservice to the Good Hunter brand. As soon as that sticky honey roast is ready, please bring it here.
Do I even have what it takes? Oh, I do. One sticky honey roast coming right up.
I'm still waiting on one sticky honey. This is... Wow! Did you
I'm
really
burning.
cook this? This is quite simply astonishing! You were born to be a head chef.
Well, there's
Are we
Margaret.
released from kitchen duty now?
Yes, thanks ever so much for your help. Amber should be able to take care of everything else. If you ever get tired of being an adventurer, there'll be a job waiting for you at Good Hunter if you want it.
That wouldn't be so bad. But look at her. She's right here.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
That is who I was looking for, right? Why is it saying she's occupied if she's wandering around
Star
like
Snatch
normal?
Cliff is known for its views.
Well, the goose chase begins. For a character we can clearly see is not busy.
I see.
Oh, look, and there's
so you
her
have now
cat.
grasped the rules of Genius Invocation TCG.
That's right! The Traveler, Sucrose, and Paimon are TCG players now!
I didn't notice you play any matches, Paimon.
Paimon picked it up from watching you and Sucrose.
Becoming a TCG player is not as simple as that. You cannot call yourselves true TCG players until you have passed the test. Sobering words from Prince there. But I'm afraid he's right. To become official players recognized by the Genius Invocation TCG Society, you have to pass the test. Yes, although to be honest, it's not that difficult. Basically, to become an official and recognized TCG player, you have to best 3 opponents in a duel.
So, you have to win 3 duels against 3 different opponents?
The duel you just played can count towards this tally. I agree. Although I didn't get to observe the match myself, I did listen along, and from what I could hear, you both performed at a rather high level.
Same way you can hear what Prince says?
A well-trained ear is a basic skill expected of anyone hoping to become a TCG master. But back to the matter at hand. The Traveler only needs to beat 2 more opponents to become an official TCG player. Sucrose, you may have lost the last duel, but don't be disheartened. I can assure you that winning 3 games is well within your ability. But first things first, Shuyen. Before that, our TCG newcomers should receive their free gift. Ah, yes, my goodness. Completely slipped my mind. I'm lucky to have Prince here to remind me. Everyone who wants to start playing Genius Invocation TCG is entitled to claim a free casket of tomes.
Oh, Timaeus mentioned it, didn't he? It was from the light novels he's been reading. The thing that the main character found in his attic. Oh, that's right! The soul of an ancient TCG player was trapped inside, right? So the casket of tomes is actually real?
Well, actually, all card cases in Genius Invocation TCG are called caskets of tomes. Not only do they provide a reliable and sturdy container to store your decks, they can also sense when other people in the area are also carrying a casket of tomes with them.
Oh, Paimon can guess what you're gonna say next. The reason they can sense each other is because they have the souls of ancient TCG players inside.
That would mean an extraordinarily high number of people in history have been turned into disembodied souls as a consequence of playing card games. No. The real reason that it can sense other caskets is because it holds a nifty little mechanism invented by Sumeru scholars.
Darn, what a letdown.
Sounds like a convenient way of finding other players.
All right, now let's see this casket of tomes already.
All caskets of tomes are issued by Margaret, so you will need to see her to claim yours. Probably for the best. If Prince and I were responsible for handing them out, knowing how eager we both are to promote the game, we'd probably have dished them all out by now. Okay, so go and see Margaret to claim your casket of tomes, use it to find another player, beat them in a duel, and then come back here.
But even for the Traveler, that's only 2 wins in total. What about the last one?
I shall choose the final contestant she must beat in order to become an official TCG player, for it must be one of comparable prowess. Excellent plan, Prince. Happy dueling, both of you.
Hello, you three. Has little Diona finished teaching you the rules of genius invocation? Ah, I see you're here for your casket of tomes, aren't you? A very useful tool indeed.
So this is a casket of tomes.
That's right, a purpose-built case for your card deck that can even detect when someone
Zuko's a
else
cat?
nearby is carrying one. Gosh, whoever invented this must have seriously disliked being alone.
Yeah, well, even the most fun game is pretty lonely if you got no one else to play it with.
True. So I'm glad that these customers, TCG players, are able to congregate at the Cat's Tail. You're not wrong, but that's secondary. The important thing to me is the opportunity for like-minded people to come together and enjoy their favorite hobby. It creates a nice atmosphere. Anyway, now that you have your caskets of tomes, it's time to find some opponents.
All right. In that case, I'll go find some people to play against too. Let's meet back at the Cat's Tail in a while.
You can win
Thanks.
this.
I'll do my best.
Just can't tell what kind of animal ears those were on her head.
There's a player nearby! That way! Let's go see!
I don't see another player.
Aha! It's you!
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can assist the two of you with?
We want to become official Genius Invocation TCG players! But we have to pass the test first, so we need to beat 3 players in a duel. Our casket of tomes led us to you!
Oh, I see. Unfortunately, I'm on duty right now.
But it's time to do!
I see you're serious about this. Very well. As a fellow TCG player, I cannot refuse an earnest invitation to duel. So be it. Then let the duel begin.
Ready when you are.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
Freeze!
Let's finish this, swiftly.
So, do you guys understand this game yet? Or will you have to see me play it more?
This will be interesting.
Dodge this!
Fair enough.
Oh, so sorry.
Well, fear not. I will be playing more. Well, at least one more during this.
I'm not done.
I want to help.
Well, no, I didn't want to try again. I already did this.
Gosh, I lost. You're remarkably good at this, considering how new to the game you are.
I'm not that
Let's
good.
play again when you have some time. But ideally, not when I'm on duty.
You're always on duty.
We did it! Now we have 2 victories under our belt. Let's get back to the cat's tail. Paimon wonders who Prince is gonna pick as our final contestant.
There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
I sensed that she had what it took to become an official TCG player, but she has returned to the tavern more quickly than I had expected. Defeat the opponents I have arranged for you, and you shall become an official TCG player. I look forward to watching this game immensely. Not just Prince. I can't wait either. Come, your opponent is waiting for you in one of the private rooms.
She won't lose to them, whoever it is. Right, Traveler?
What ho, fellow voyager of the stellar void. Yes, even I was briefly discountenanced when I heard the tidings of your sworn oath to become the thrice victorious. But so be it. You who are enslaved by dueling desire, be released from your shackles into the glorious arena of gladiatorial combat. Step forth,
That was a word
O
salad.
challenger. Your princessin grants you an audience. Hearken well. The wretched clock chimes yet again, as the declining light of the day grows dimmer still.
Pardon my directness, but we have not been waiting that long. Mein Fräulein could afford to be a little less impatient.
Huh? Paimon knows those voices.
Your opponent sounds anxious to begin. Do not delay. That's what Prince said. Please enter and enjoy your Genius Invocation TCG duel.
Paimon knew it! It's Fischl and Oz!
Who else but the Prinzessin? For, as the name of this hallowed rite suggests, only when the wisest of heroes is summoned can the Master of Cards hope to be crowned the champion. This path is a treacherous one. It must be tread with great caution, for eternal doom and damnation are but one wrong step away at any given moment. That is why none is more suited to appear in this audience chamber than the Prinzessin, whose Aug de Verurtelung des großen Kaleido-Phantasmus has witnessed 10,000 battles across 3,000 worlds.
Oh, is that right?
Our faces.
Indeed. Mein Fräulein has watched many games of Genius Invocation TCG, and has gained a solid grasp of the rules. Even in a duel between beginners, it is best that both participants are well versed in them.
Oh, that's true. Ah, this makes sense now. Prince did say that he was gonna pair us with someone of a similar skill level. Guess that means Fischl hasn't been playing that long either.
The Prinzessin needed but a single glance at these mere machinations of mankind to discern their working principles. Thus, with speed and brilliance paralleled by lightning alone, do I now arrive here at the gateway to yonder circle of secrets.
Mein Fräulein, too, has bested 2 opponents thus far, and is therefore one step away from becoming an official TCG player.
So there's a lot on the line, huh? Either Fischl or the Traveler is gonna come out of this duel as an official TCG player!
Indeed.
The Prinzessin herself heeds the call of fate and descends to this realm from the Immanakreich. Yet still, you dare to doubt the inevitability of the inevitable. Your stubborn foolishness is contemptible.
Mein Fräulein, I implore you to consider less odious turns of phrase, lest you be forced to feast on your words in the fullness of time.
What? I shall not lose, Oz! What say you, Outlander? Do you wish to make an enemy of me, the Prinzessin de Verurtelung, who even now begins to strum the strings of fate that shall sound out the Traveler's requiem?
It's time to
Then
duel.
I say it is time to see what you are made of.
I don't understand anything else she was saying, to be honest. I mean, I got the gist, I think. No, I actually just started to tune her out after a point.
This will be interesting.
Freeze!
Oops.
Let's go.
Get out of here!
Yeah, talk about a bad roll.
I want to help.
That's it?
Absorption test.
Hmm. Nice.
Ready when you are.
Wait, she's ending her turn there? That's stupid.
Freeze!
I want to help.
Stand clear. One shot. This is but a small sacrifice necessary to achieve ultimate victory.
Oh, come on.
Dodge this!
Swirl, Mark 2.
Ending her turn again?
Let's go.
I mean, she might, but it's not going to work if she doesn't actually make a move.
What happened? Oz, with lightning twixt upper and lower mandible, strike thy pointy beak into this obstacle and remove it from my path.
Mein Fräulein, I cannot simply attack the traveler.
This will be interesting.
I've got this in the bag. I haven't even lost anyone yet.
Couldn't break the curse.
evil! Ugh! The cursed dragon looms near once more, casting its dark shadow on the slender threads of fate, hiding them from my vision. Traveler, was even this part of your plan?
What a truly ingenious plot, and what an exciting duel to witness.
Congratulations! You've won 3 duels now. That makes you an official TCG player. Yeah! Oh, Sucrose, you're back! Does that mean... Yep. I've won 2 games so far. When I got back, I heard you were in the middle of your final duel, so I came over to watch. Nice! Sucrose won 2 as well! Great work!
It seems I am forced to admit, fellow voyager of the stellar void, that your mastery of the cards is second to none. To commemorate your glorious ascent to a battlefield beyond this lowly mortal realm, I grant thee an incarnation of my majesty in miniature. As you embark on this ingenious vocation, may you wield it in battle against all your fated foes, that not a single one of them may be left standing.
Main Fräulein wishes to give you a Main Fräulein character card.
Wow! It's Fischl's character card!
'Tis a mere token of such. To the victor of this splendid duel is a boon of commensurate splendor due.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I am also a beginner who has won 2 games so far. Might I also have the honor of joining you in a duel? If you would be willing, of course.
Nothing would delight me more. I hereby grant you permission to join me in performing the hallowed rite of genius invocation.
One other thing. When I got back, Prince and Shuyan said there was something they needed to give you if you managed to become an official TCG player.
Hopefully not another
Probably not.
test.
Oh, Paimon bets it's some kind of prize for making it as an official TCG player. Let's go get our prize.
With 3 electro dice, I summon my eternal familiar.
Ah, so it was you who won the duel in the end. I knew you'd do it. Congratulations! You are now officially recognized members of the Genius Invocation TCG community.
Why, thank you.
Very well done. Now, I will explain to you what becoming an official TCG player entails. The first thing all new official TCG players receive is their TCG Player's Handbook. This handbook tells you exactly what you need to do to become a top-tier TCG player. Make sure you read it.
I don't
Secondly,
read handbooks.
a range of Genius Invocation merchandise is now available for you to purchase here at the Cat's Tail. So you see, becoming an official TCG player is really just the first step. And thirdly, whenever you wish to play a game with a friend, you can use the invitation board there. Whoever you wish to duel against, simply invite them to the tavern for a game. Yes, it's right by the bar counter. Once you get the hang of it, you can play with your friends whenever you want. That's it, really. If there's anything else you didn't quite understand, you can always come and ask me. Yes, indeed, I'm quite sure they will. Oh, sorry, I forgot to translate for you. Prince would like to say, hope you have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Surely there's a shortened way to say it. What's going on?
Isn't that Tabby? What's she doing in the cat's tail? Tabby!
Ah, it's you two.
What are you doing here? Wait, and how did you get out of the Serena teapot? You can do that?
Of course I can. Ah, but this is your first time seeing me outside of the teapot realm, isn't it? Although the Adepti created teapot spirits primarily to manage and maintain their teapot realms, our movements are not restricted to those domains. For instance, there's Jade Seeker, who travels far and wide to gather the rarest treasures in the land. But it is true that I, in contrast, rarely leave the teapot realm at all.
Ah, Paimon gets it now, huh? Well, since you so rarely leave, what's the occasion today?
Not to play cards, I'll bet.
Indeed not. Although it may surprise you to learn that the reason I was sent here still has to do with the card game. And as it happens, it has something to do with the Traveler, too.
How
Well,
so?
as I'm sure you've discovered, with the rising popularity of Genius Invocation TCG, inviting a friend to a duel in the tavern has become a fun way to pass the time. There's just one little problem. Many invitees currently have to travel an enormous distance to get here, turning the whole thing into quite an ordeal. I have therefore been sent here to create a little game room using the same Adeptus art as is used to construct Teapot Realms. That way, anyone with an invitation will need only to think the thought, and they will instantly appear in the game room. You will be free to use the room whenever you wish to invite a friend to duel, and it will be far more straightforward for them to take you up on the offer.
Wow! This'll make things much easier! But what if Margaret finds out? She's not gonna get mad at you for renovating her tavern with your Adeptus arts, is she?
That shouldn't be a problem, since the realm will not be physically located within the cat's tail. Besides, we obviously sought the owner's permission in advance. She was quite enthusiastic. Oh, Liyue's Adepti arts sound pretty useful. Could you double the size of the tavern while you're at it? Unfortunately, my mastery of Adeptus arts is not sufficient to achieve this.
Huh. Yeah, that does sound like something Margaret would say.
Anyway, it's great that you're here. I was expecting to have to wait until your next visit to the Teapot Realm to fill you in. Right then, let's get started. Okay, that should do it. Over to you. Now you can invite friends to duel with you in this room wherever in the world. Oh, and I almost forgot. A guy from the tavern wanted me to say this to you. Hope you will have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Alright, we'll explore that another time. Basically, with that whole system, we get to invite characters that we've met in the game to play against us. And also, we can play with, like, actual friends, too. Anyways. Oh, yeah. I forgot we still haven't finished the Jean thing. Oh, yeah.
Hey, look over there! She's all by herself, right? Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else. Paimon's creeped out.
I had an imaginary friend too when I was a kid.
What? You mean you used to act like that too? So is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination? Imaginary. Imagination. Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right? Why didn't you just say so?
Same
So,
thing.
this imaginary friend of yours, when does Paimon get to meet them?
We don't hang anymore.
Seriously? So, imaginary friends just disappear when you grow up?
Well, yes, but I think I had a story for why mine died.
Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't suppose your brother has an imaginary friend too? No way! You guys are so lucky! Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a 4-player game it seems you guys could play it with just the two of you.
Oh, Traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Tone deaf bard. What are you doing here?
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
Dangerous?
I know, right? Apparently, though, it's called an Urnama detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Huh? Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder. Or maybe there's some other reason for it.
I think his voice is here
sure,
because
just ask her yourself sometime.
This is actually really old, like old. Before any of like the big updates or anything old. So it was recorded way back before the strike.
So you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
So it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size. All right then, you'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Let's go see what everyone's imaginary friends look like. Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed. You know, Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
Long way to Flora.
There it is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora! A bloaty floaty!
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Sure. How can I help?
Who's your friend?
Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a flying plant? Why?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool.
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures. I think his name was Stanley. Stanley's an adventurer, and you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
Flora's a pretty mysterious kid.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
A ruin guard? What the?
No way!
Well, that is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard? Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack us.
What say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line? Seriously? Oh, alright then. How about we explore the area ahead of us later? Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
Luke, I don't think he has an imaginary
The thing about
friend.
wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
Throw you...
You know, the same way you threw out Father's legacy. You sold off his mansion, or maybe you've forgotten.
Wow,
I see
this
no
is so
reason to
loaded.
cling to things
You're
that have
being way too
outlived their
nosy.
purpose.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Sorry, I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master Diluc, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one, unmistakable in fact.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon, for one, never wants to grow up.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check. How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Who is Ellen?
Somehow, Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary. I'm gonna sing it one more time.
Jean. Now that's just creepy.
Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend? Yeah, she's so conscientious. It's terrifying.
Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Spying on you.
Always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously, I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
Thanks. I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training?
I mean, I'd rather not.
How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
This is literally a commission quest I used to have to do every single day when all there was Mondstadt and part of Liyue. I would have to do this for a commission quest so much. It was sad.
Mighty mythical beast!
Shame. Didn't manage... Ugh. How can I smash all these training dummies at once? So that's how to do it. I'm impressed. Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Why are you lying to her?
Well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it, Hilly Churl.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move.
You didn't even do anything
Knight,
but ask me
could
how to
you
smash
deliver a
dummies.
message to Jack for me?
Who's Jack?
He's a friend of mine. Recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion.
This is
He's
literally
adventuring with
Venti's
Stanley
voice.
today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Mondstadt. He once set foot in the Mare Javari. Great! Thank you so much.
Wait, I actually have to go in there? Well now Margaret's free. Not sure why that in particular freed her up. But let's finally finish up this last bit of this Jean quest.
So, yours is the cat that went
Wait.
missing.
Venti, have you come to help?
I wasn't expecting Venti to be a part of this. Which makes this more like... Huh?
Me here to help you? Why, on the contrary, it is I who needs the helping.
But Paimon just saw you talking to Margaret about Prince.
Aha! So, Prince is the name of the feline fiend who thieved my spare astral iron strings. Though it gladdens my heart to see that the free-spirited ethos of Mondstadt is alive and well in creatures great and small, still, it's a bit audacious.
Prince is a mischievous little rascal, all right.
Indeed. Just like Barbados.
Yes, quite. Now, let's see about getting ourselves an audience with His Little Highness Prince Rascal of Mondstadt. I have a performance tonight, and without my spare strings, I shall have to disappoint my audience.
What would a kitty cat want with lyre strings anyway?
Everyone knows cats go crazy for a ball of string.
What?
These lyre strings are made of astral iron, which contains animo energy. That makes them extremely durable, so I normally just roll them up in a ball to make them easier to carry.
That's silly.
That's a trick of the trade from a traveling bard.
The strings contain animo energy? That'll help us. It's time for you to use your elemental sight again. I'm unsure there must be some elemental footprints or something.
Thank you all. Prince should be somewhere around the marketplace or the residential area. It's a black cat you're looking for.
Remember we've met him already?
Oh, take this fish. It's Little Prince's favorite food. Maybe it'll help you find him. Prince should be somewhere around...
Somewhere around the marketplace, he said. But I don't see. what the people are talking about. All I heard was, but it's Mondstadt. What could happen? And then someone said, but we grew up together. This elemental sight isn't doing much for me. Oh, that way.
Hey, look! That black cat looks really familiar. Haven't we seen it in the cat's tail before?
We sure have, but he's not wearing his gear. Maybe he got tired of being fake translated for.
Wow, Prince has very keen senses. It didn't take much to scare him off. See if you can approach him crouching from behind. That way your footsteps will be quieter. It must be difficult not being able to float.
Shut up.
If you're anxious to find Prince, why not coax him to you with some fish? If you run out of fish, go grab some from the lake.
Where'd he go anyway? I see. We just need to get behind him. I'm not really sure how you crouch on this game, though. Oh, we caught him.
Prince! Where did you go running off to? Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
We definitely had our work cut out for us looking for him.
Oh, Princey, how could you leave me like that?
Princey?
Looks like those two need some time to themselves. And here are your astral iron strings, Venti.
You found them! Wonderful! I was not optimistic they would turn up. I dare say that a private performance played using these very same strings would not be an excessive way to show my gratitude.
What?
Apologies. At this distance, my cat allergy seems to be rearing its head.
Oh, now Paimon gets why you didn't go looking for your strings by yourself?
Anyway, thanks for the help. I'll be going now.
Think we're finally finished with the commissions we were doing for Jean. A day in the life of Jean really is hard work. Wonder how she's feeling now. Let's head to the cathedral and pay her a visit.
You sending bless you almost made me think I sneezed at some point.
Hi, Barbara. We're back.
Welcome back. You must be exhausted.
Moderately. How's Jean doing?
Jean has regained consciousness and should be back to her normal self soon enough.
That's great news. Let's go and see her.
But she just left the cathedral. I tried to tell her she needs more rest, but she wouldn't listen. She tried to act like she was fine and kept saying she wanted to get some fresh air. I bet you she's gone to Lady Vanessa's place again.
Where?
Oh, that huge tree at Windrise? That place is dedicated to Mondstadt's hero, Vanessa. Jean goes there whenever she feels lost and confused deep down inside.
Barbara, that's some pretty personal stuff. How do you know so much about Jean's innermost thoughts?
Jean, mentioned it to me, you know, before she left. That's what I'm worried about too. But I still have work to do here.
Don't worry, we'll take over nursing duty for now.
Great. That puts my mind at rest. May the Animo Archon protect you. And Jean.
The Animo Archon is busy worrying about spare strings. I don't really think he cares to protect anyone.
Lady Vanessa, I hope your watch over Mondstadt remains unclouded. I do not know if I, or the rest of the world, as you had hoped for, have become stronger. Huh?
Hi, Jean. Are you feeling better now?
Much better. I was not expecting you to come here. Thank you for your concern.
Are you sure? We saw you beneath the tree just now, leaning on your sword. It looked like you were struggling. Are you sure you aren't pushing yourself too hard?
You can always rely on the other knights.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. Hearing that boosts my spirits.
Ooh, I see
But
treasure
I
in the
must find a
background.
way to cope with minor setbacks like this on my own. Otherwise, how can I be the protector that Mondstadt needs me to be? The protector that Vanessa was.
You truly revere Vanessa, huh?
I do. Vanessa was the first Grandmaster, a kind yet formidable woman. I have always hoped to follow in her footsteps. As the Lionfang Knight, she courageously overthrew the oppressive ruling aristocracy of her time. Then, she founded the Knights of Favonius and became known as the Dandelion Knight, spreading grace and compassion throughout the land.
Dandelion Knight? Isn't that your title?
Actually, all of the Knights of Favonius Masters throughout the ages have inherited the title of Dandelion Knight or Lionfang Knight.
Oh, that makes sense now. You too want to be as gentle as the Dandelion Knight, and yet as fierce as the Lionfang Knight.
Yes, I know it sounds like a huge honor inheriting both these titles from Vanessa, but I see it more as a huge responsibility. After all, it is a lot to live up to.
Paimon thinks so too.
Huh?
Jean?
Who's there?
Caught red-handed.
Really?
Finally, an opportunity comes to get rid of the master in a moment of weakness. And then you two show up and ruin everything.
How did they know about Jean's condition? Choosing this moment to strike is a low blow, even for this lot.
As long as my name is the Dandelion Knight, I swear I shall not be defeated by such despicable means.
Since this opportunity has slipped away, I shall now be
Stop! After him.
Jean, you're still recovering.
No, I must go after him.
Jean, you can't keep doing this to yourself. Why can't you trust us to handle it?
I do trust you, but to let an enemy get away like this would be a major dereliction of duty.
Fine, but
not
at
really.
least let us go with you.
Thank you for your understanding. I will graciously accept your help.
Whoa.
as traps.
How badly are you hurt? Oh, one of my own being injured because of me is the last thing I would wish for. Let me handle this alone.
No, you are in no state to handle this alone. We're coming too.
Okay, but before we move out, at least let me heal everyone with my dandelion breeze.
Thanks. You're amazing.
Oh.
Barbados, guide us.
I guess that healed us.
Looks like our feet finally dried. To think you chased me this far. These my brave supporters. I put a spell on them to calm their fear of water.
Wind, hear me. Let me scry.
Up to it, Manzai!
Oh, we made it. Maybe?
I swear by my sword! Written in the stars!
Looks like our fates are intertwined. To think you pushed me this far. Fine. Let me deal with you myself.
Shadows of fate!
Many happy returns! Hey, what gives?
Let me scry! Decided by destiny!
On the rocks! Diana Special!
Barbados, guide us! Barbara's help, my condition is better than I thought.
The main thing is that you're safe. Now, isn't it time to get back to Mondstadt and rest, Acting Grandmaster?
Yes, I should at least go and thank Barbara again. I hope she's not upset with me.
Let's go. Ha! I'm here. Let's go. Ha! I'm here.
Master, you finally returned. The Animo Archon protects you.
Swan, were you waiting for me? Has something happened?
Yes, at the Angel's Share. Don't worry, it's nothing big, but... okay, I know I said it's nothing big, but... Alright, how can I put this? They just really need the Acting Grand Master.
Huh?
Well, if you say so, Swan, I will go. I should not let the other knights down. It's fine. Now that I have had the chance to stretch my legs, I feel much better.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. You really saved me on this one.
For goodness sake, what is happening to the world? Swan used to be the most honest fellow. Now he's dumping things onto Jean.
Well, Swan was clearly agitated. Maybe it is an emergency after all. Let's go and see what this is all about, shall we?
Okay, a character is currently involved with the other quest now. So we switch back. Man, these are long.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place
I should
once
grab more
before, didn't
Smarties
we?
soon.
During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry, allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
We didn't bag all the loot last time! Brace yourselves.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Ooh, treasure chest.
Here we go!
Delve into destiny.
Let me scribe.
Up to it, Monzai!
Brace yourselves. Time for takeoff.
I miss having Venti as one of my characters. He's just so strong and huge.
Here we go.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
Is he only available for this quest?
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself.
Right now, yeah.
Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
I think we should keep going. With Stanley by our side, we'll have no problem.
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So,
I mean, I don't see what the
I'm
point
guessing
is
you
in
mostly
going
came
further
here
in.
because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am?
Darn, I can't see like the map of like
renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Well, your attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Enough already! Ugh! Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Now, where was I?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely! There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Mare Javari.
I don't think I see it
My
from
partner
here.
was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow! So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more. But the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
Poor guy. How could that...
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt in the wind, that's
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions. Like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Mare Javari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Let me scribe. Yahoo! Time for takeoff.
No pain, no gain.
the end.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
Wow, he sees Stanley as being young and
Stanley
bruised
has an
up.
imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face. You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self? Interesting idea. But is it true?
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The Sword of Brilliant Valor and the Shield of Magnificent Honor.
Sword and
Shield? I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons?
Why did he abandon them in the wild?
I don't know. Outstanding individuals always come with their quirks, right? If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it, because my reasons are so selfish. But I swear I'll give the weapons back to him as soon as I'm done.
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out.
Hard to say no after that sob story.
Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Venti doesn't
one
care
other
about
thing.
this guy.
I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
Why was Stanley eavesdropping? And now we have to continue Master's Day Off. Is it just gonna have me keep flickering back and forth between these quests? That's what it seems like.
When I was adventuring.
Musical quests, indeed. Play musical chairs with these.
Oh, what's all this?
It's a thank you party for you.
A thank you party?
Jean, when we heard the news about your illness, we were all so worried about you.
We can only imagine how much pressure you must be under as acting Grand Master, and you do so much work all over Mondstadt.
We thought that since you so rarely take any time off, we'd take this chance to throw you a party. Enjoy yourself, Jean. After all, you'll never let us do this once you're back at work.
Jean? Huh? Is this Jean when she's shy? I've never seen her like this.
It's easy to forget that outside of work, Jean is just a normal person, like anyone else.
This is just all such a surprise. Thank you, everyone. This really means so much to me.
Well, it's nothing compared to the amount of work you do for all of us, day in and day out.
But there are so many things I still need to do.
Fear not. We wanted to make sure you could relax and enjoy yourself. So while you were away, we all pitched in and finished off your work for you. Every last task.
Did you really? Even the issue with the food deliveries?
It was no different from what we see on patrol. A couple of hilly churls. Didn't take much to get rid of them.
And the tax returns?
I spent so much time doing library admin. A few more pieces of paper to deal with was really nothing to worry about.
Well, what about Margaret's missing cat?
Are you kidding me?
That rascally prince was apprehended by the brilliant honorary knight. And he also reclaimed my precious astral iron strings while he was at it.
Enough already. No more thinking about work today. Enjoy yourself while you've got the chance.
It is my honor to work alongside you all. Praise be for the Animo Archon's guidance. Speaking of work, it must have been hard work to put all this together. Where did you find the time?
Actually, our friend here was the key organizer behind all of this.
Obviously.
See all of this food and drink? He made sure it all arrived on time.
Why are they calling me a he
but
now?
He cooked each one of these beautiful dishes himself. So relax already. There's no need to be so modest.
Now I'm starting to feel like you're supposed to play as the guy.
Of course, we also have Master Diluc to thank for the venue. Otherwise, we would be looking at quite an alarming bill right about now.
Despite my initial reluctance to sponsor a Knights of Favonius event in any way, I, like any other citizen of Mondstadt, owe Jean my gratitude for her hard work.
Oh, Master Diluc,
It's the short hair
All
throwing them
right.
off.
Jean's supposed to be taking it easy. Stop crowding her.
Agreed. Now, let the party begin!
A spirited and cheerful
It looks
party
like
is
everyone
enjoyed
seems
by
to be
all.
partying hard. Paimon thinks we should join in the fun. Let's go and mingle. Oh, and Paimon thinks she saw Jean go upstairs by herself. Let's make sure the woman of the hour doesn't get left out.
I don't see her. Oh, the terrace.
Oh, it is you.
Are you having a good time?
I am just getting some air.
Uh-oh. It seems like something's bothering Jean.
I want to thank you again. It is good to be here together with everyone. It has lifted my spirits, and it has taught me something.
What's that?
I am definitely more of a Dandelion Knight than a Lionfang Knight. The Lionfang Knight represents Vanessa's past, a past in which she fought hard for Mondstadt. But it was the Dandelion Knight that represented her hopes for the future, a future belonging to the newly formed Knights of Favonius. I do believe that Vanessa watches over us, whether from high up above or from the wind all around us.
I mean, was she an Archon? Because if not, how would she be watching over us?
Let the wind lead. The winds of freedom will guide us along the path that lies ahead. I hope you will continue to join us on that path.
Woohoo! We finished it! Finally! It was very hard. Very, very hard. We finally finished Jean's character quest. It only took lots and lots of other things to get to that point.
Add Astra.
Alright, now I guess it's time to continue the imaginary friends one. Which I think was almost over. But I'm actually not sure, so we'll see.
Hey, that bunch of hilly churls! Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems
hilly
so.
churls? What pile
That
of
must be the
knickknacks?
Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely.
Delve into destiny.
Oh, there they are.
Written in the stars.
Having your drink? Huh? On the rocks! Pew pew!
Propagate.
Mighty mythical beast! Stop it now!
On the rocks!
It's just a
Lo and
random
behold,
sword.
the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
Are you sure? Looks kinda basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilly churls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Anemo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the brilliant ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so... huh?
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to see.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember? Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the Shield of Magnificent Honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
Venti is in top form today.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churro? Well, okay, you take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlian by now. If not, there's always body language. Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Wait, please take this sweet flower I picked. Please take this hilly troll mask I stole. Kucha Pupu Gusha Yi.
Uh-oh, he did not seem to appreciate that.
Well, if you insist, a tune I shall strum.
Okay, that
Cheerful
works.
enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Oh, yeah! He actually gave us the shield!
Hey,
Guys,
that's not what
thank you so
happened to
much.
me the other
I
time
can't
I
believe
did
I
that.
actually found them.
I had to fight.
Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Mom and Dad.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! And I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll too?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dadaupa Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Okay, I'm 100% sure Stanley did not have a voice before, but this voice added to him is funny.
Wow! Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out.
He sounds
though.
black.
This place is crawling with hilichurros. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
I mean, hey, why not? It's been a long day. I'm sure we can finally get one of our drinks we're supposed to have on the house. Oh wait, that's the cat's tail, not the angel share.
Anything the knights can do for you?
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short. And all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place
I totally
is
forgot
because
about
he
this
stole
twist.
the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm
This
sorry,
is so
Stanley.
weird.
I'm getting too old. Now.
Is he
Are you
drunk?
guys planning
Like,
on eavesdropping much longer?
why is he just talking to nothing and saying this?
Go away. Save your questions.
This is just so weird with him having
leave me
this
in
like
peace.
voice.
But
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
He just sounds so like rugged.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Tevat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well,
So I was right, he was drunk.
Thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure. unblemished.
Oh my god, are they trolling with this?
Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
Literally, when I did this originally, I imagined him to have like an Irish kind of accent.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore.
I just can't take it seriously this way, but I actually thought this was pretty, like, impactful and sad
But
before.
the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
Huh? Wait, he actually looked like Jack?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
It's anybody's guess. I assume the statue? Or maybe the tree? I don't know.
You made it. Finally.
It didn't take me that long.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind. A gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better. Or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing Paimon!
Paimon, go pick us a couple of apples.
Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you!
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
That's one of my favorite parts of this game. It really was. Well, it seems we've finished our wild goose chase. Now, let's see if we have any more Mondstadt characters. Story quests to do. We have Mona's. I really, really like this one. But I think you guys will too. And you'll understand why Mona's one of my favorite characters. Maybe. Because then again, it's been like 5 years.
Finally. I almost fell asleep waiting. As usual, my predictions are correct. You, yes you, come with me.
Are you some sort of door-to-door fortune teller? Sorry, but we're not really interested.
You're not from this world, are you?
How do you know about that?
How? Because I'm a master of true astrology. If you've no other questions, let's be off. Fine. I'll exercise a little patience and explain. I am astrologist Mona Magistus, but considering that it is most rude to misremember names, I allow others to call me Mona. I am on a mission from my master to retrieve a certain box from Mondstadt. It was part of an agreement she made with a friend 50 years ago. But she isn't as spry as she used to be, so now it's up to me.
Not sure what getting some box back has to do with us. Why do you need us to come along?
Well, that's because I would also like to take on the Guardian of the Box. My master and her friend contended in the mystic arts all their lives without a clear victor. If I triumph here, then I will show myself to be superior to my master. What are you talking about? The main thing here is to use this chance to prove the power and status of astrology. Now, from my predictions, I know that my master's friend has left Mondstadt, leaving her successor as the current guardian of that box. Like me, that successor must also be one who has surpassed their teacher. I must not be careless, but I would prefer to assure my victory in this contest, and upon giving it some thought, you came to mind.
How did you end up thinking of me?
The knowledge passed down to me from my master must be passed on in turn. If I were to bring my disciple to meet her, then the lead is already mine, no? And you are Mondstadt's great hero, my equal in status, so... Come on, you don't actually have to become my disciple. You just need to act the part. There's something in it for you as well, should you come with me to get that box. Once I meet that successor and have a chance to exchange knowledge with them, I should be able to read your fate more accurately. Then I will have answers for you, even regarding such distant and foggy matters as gods and kin.
That does seem much faster than searching the land country by country.
Very true. Those sound like fine conditions.
A wise decision. That said, I would like to pay a certain place a visit before we go. There is a small inn near Mount Tianheng that never sees a lot of business, even though its food is always great value for the money. The owner has always been good to me, so I'd like to say a farewell before I set off.
Where do you want this stuff delivered to, boss?
Well, it's no wonder that an inn set up here has no business.
Mona, oh, you've come at just the right time. Did you see a jade ring while you made your way here?
A jade ring. Can't say I have.
Oh, that's not good. That ring was given to me by my mother, but while my back was turned, it was swallowed up by a slime.
That should be no trouble with Mona here. She's really good at astrology.
Absolutely not.
Astrology is meant to be used to gain insight into reality and observe destiny itself. It's certainly not for such mundane affairs.
But didn't you say that the owner here's been good to you?
This is a matter of pride and one's state of mind. If an astrologist thinks that their arts can solve all problems, they will be forsaken by the starry ether. Their divinations will lose the power to guide and will not be able to pierce the fog of the unknown before them. Principles are principles.
Such a powerful ability, and you don't use it to earn a living? What a shame.
Well, I was going to put up 20,000 Mora as compensation, if you were willing.
20,000? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking that the person who finds that ring must be lucky indeed to be able to earn 20,000 Mora just like that.
Whatever happened to principles are principles.
Yes, of course. Still, the owner's business has had it pretty hard. It must be a truly extraordinary ring to be worth spending this much Mora to find. It wouldn't be right for us to leave like this, so let's help to search for it. There may be other means we can employ besides astrology.
Oh, Paimon knows where this is going.
I know. I'll leave this one to you. This is the first mission I'm giving you as your master.
Guess it's become my business again.
Since it was swallowed up by a slime, maybe we can use elemental bait to lure all the nearby slimes to us. You remember the stuff we helped Master Diluc make? And Paimon actually kept a small amount. Paimon's the very best partner, right?
Seems like you already have a plan.
Yep, we'll be back in a jiffy. The elemental bait's really strong.
Okay, this is
It will
weird.
attract all the slimes in the area. Even if they're just slimes, they can be dangerous together, so we'd best prepare ourselves.
We'll be okay.
Fate is upon you.
Spring forth! Ha! Pew!
Let me scribe.
Look at you!
So, up to it, Manzai!
Delve into destiny, written in the star.
I'm a rock!
Propagate!
Found it! This must be the ring! It's so pretty. Paimon wasn't having any bad thoughts. Let's bring the ring back to Mr. Zhu.
That's it. That's the one. I thought it was lost forever.
You actually found it. Not bad. Mr. Zhu, you must take care of such precious things a bit better. You might not be so fortunate next time.
You're absolutely right. How would I have faced my family if I had lost the 253rd ring my mother gave me?
What?
Let me explain. My family owns 3 jade mines, and in order to ensure that I would be able to find myself a good wife, my mother had many jade accessories made as heirlooms. I think there might be over 500 of them.
Then why would you feel the need to set up an inn here?
Well, inheriting the family business too early unavoidably made things boring. Thank you, all the same. Here's the Mora, as agreed. Please take it.
Then I'll take it gladly.
But
A disciple should act like one. How can they steal their master's thunder?
I never said I'd really be your disciple.
Exactly! Well, you need to start practicing now. If my rival is as smart as I think they are, they will figure you out in a heartbeat.
What was that rumbling sound?
Oh, right. You mustn't have eaten in days. I'm very sorry. I forgot that you have no...
That didn't happen. Forget it. Well, I suddenly feel that you have indeed contributed to our good fortune. I say we spend this money on treating you to a fine meal. If we travel north, we'll reach the Wongshu Inn. I hear the food there is really good, so let's go try it out. No need to thank me. I'm just doing as a good master should.
Did she say she was treating us? Is Paimon hearing things? Let's go after her for good food! Since it's Mona's treat, we can order whatever we want, right?
Of course. I am a most generous master, after all. But only if you can finish it all. Wasting food simply will not do.
Excuse me, what would you like to order?
Food, please.
These are made using large, succulent shrimp wrapped in crispy fried potatoes. They have
that
an
sounds
amazing
so
texture.
good.
It's exactly what it says on the label. Abalone made from vegetarian ingredients. It's just as good as the real thing. Though tofu could not be a more ordinary ingredient, it and crab roe are truly a match made in heaven. It's one of our specialties.
Me too. Her voice is very uniquely done.
This is a favorite among our regulars. Bamboo shoots, meat and ham are cooked together. Pour a few spoonfuls into each bowl
that
of...
sounds disgusting.
All of them? We only have 3. No, 2.5 people? Isn't that too much food?
That's not how you count it. Besides, Paimon hasn't even ordered yet. Squirrelfish, Juyu chili chicken, and jewelry soup, please.
Sure. And is there anything else you'd like to order, ma'am?
I'd just like to ask, how much do the current dishes cost in total?
Around 20,000 mora.
Then, I'll just have some vegetarian noodles, please.
All right. A bowl of vegetarian noodles, was it? Please wait a moment. We'll serve you shortly.
The food arrives. You and Paimon gorge yourselves on a feast fit for a king.
Paimon's been thinking about something since we started eating. Is it because she actually doesn't have money?
I heard that. I said I was treating. How could I be rattled by something as mundane as Mora? An astrologist's mind is set on studying the stars. Being so easily disturbed by such banal matters would hamper my judgment, especially the act of overly gratifying oneself using Mora. It is both vulgar and dangerous.
So, not eating the dishes we ordered is also part of an astrologist's pride? Paimon doesn't get it, but it feels kind of bad that only we got to feast.
Let me whip something up for
Oh,
you.
yes, we can do that. Just give us a minute. You don't use more to fulfill your desires, so it's fine as long as you're not buying anything, right? Let's go borrow the kitchen from the innkeeper.
You know, I'm just gonna teleport back up there.
Hello. How may I help?
We'd like to borrow the kitchen here.
Ah, I see. In that case, sure. As long as you've prepared your own ingredients, feel free to use the kitchen. If I may, you must be well versed in the art of cooking, yes?
Not really.
How humble of you. Actually, I have a little suggestion. From your clothes, you're most likely not from around these parts. But since you've come to Liyue, would you like to try making Liyue-style cuisine? I have a recipe for golden crab with me. It's a Yue cuisine classic. It's crab meat that's been rolled in flour, deep fried, and then pan fried together with ginger and garlic. When you finally plate it up, the crab seems to be lying on gold.
Golden
Or is it
crab.
burnt? Sounds complicated.
Golden crab! Golden crab! Then let's get to it. With your skills in the kitchen, this'll be a cinch.
Well, hopefully we don't mess this up.
There's no need to spend all that effort on me. I'm not in dire need of food. I am a little hungry, but it's not a big deal. This aroma is...
Your special order, man.
Wow, it's incredible. Fine. Since my disciple has put in so much time and effort, I must, with great difficulty, accept. This golden crab is too delicious. I have never eaten anything this good in my life. I never knew that my disciple was this skilled. As your master, I am most comforted. I see that it's no boast to call them Liyue's delicacies. I suppose it wasn't too much to spend all this mora on. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Now that we've eaten and drank our fill, we should be off. If we travel north from here, we should reach the Stone Gate, and from there we will be within the boundaries of Mondstadt. What deep mysteries shall we acquire knowledge of? I'm looking forward to it. That was tiring, but we're finally in Mondstadt. The quest to plumb
Songs
the
like
wondrous
this
depths
make
of
me wish I
knowledge
still
is
knew how to
indeed
play
arduous.
piano.
Paimon's not tired.
That's because you float.
Well, it doesn't look like an astrologist is all that amazing either.
That's because you have too many unrealistic fantasies about astrology.
Are you also resting your feet here?
Who are you?
Oh, my brothers and I are all merchants. We just finished doing business in Liyue, and we're preparing to head back to Mondstadt. You look rather tired. The cart we hired will be coming in a while. What say you to coming along for the ride?
Nah.
No need, no need. We're already heading that way anyway.
There's no need. Now shoo, get out of our way.
Huh? Miss, is there something wrong?
Cease your pretensions, bandit. Picking up people on the road who appear vulnerable, robbing them blind once they've gotten on the cart, and then taking them to some Archon-forsaken place. Is that your deal?
What are you saying? We came over here to make conversation, and this is how we're rewarded? With insults? If you don't want to get on, don't. Crazy girl.
Well then, shall I tell you now which objects you have on you that are stolen? If you have any quibbles, we can bring people to corroborate what I've said, and all will come to light. If I lose, I'll pay you 20,000 mora. But if I win, then you'll be eating prison rations in Liyue Harbor tonight. How about it? If you're real legitimate businessmen, there's nothing to fear, is there?
You've pushed it too far, brat. I don't know how you found out, but as long as we get rid of you, no one will have to know.
You will not touch her.
Don't fret, it's just a few bandits. You said earlier that there was nothing amazing about astrologists. Well then, this is a good time to show you what your master can do. Shadows of fate, leave my space! Delve into destiny. Decided by destiny. Shadows of fate. What did you think? Did that satisfy your expectations? Such things are elementary for an astrologist. Lies are worthless before astrology. Destiny and truth are written in the stars. Though it may take more time to garner the specifics, I can read the gist of a situation at a glance.
But you did hit some bumps in the road.
That's because Tivat's stars can only display the fates and truths of this world. Anything related to you becomes like a fog that even I cannot penetrate. That is why I must meet that successor. With our knowledge combined, I might be able to gain new insight into your fate.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
Whatever the case, you've got everything to gain from this trip. All right, I'm rested. Let's get this journey to Mondstadt over with.
If only we had a cart.
I thought you weren't tired. Are you ready? Don't shame your master now. We're about to meet that successor. I guess. Wait, no. It won't do if you have no idea at all, even if you are a fake disciple. We have a rule that forbids us from teaching outsiders, but I suppose I could teach you. My astrology is based on hydromancy, and as the name suggests, I use the reflections in water bodies to observe the true starry sky. Allow me to demonstrate. Watch closely now. From the present station and movement of the stars, I see. So that successor is a young, female Knight of Favonius.
Doesn't that sound like Lisa?
We will meet her here presently. Well, that's all the information we need. It seems that even basic astrology can't be grasped in one go. Never mind, I'll explain in detail later. She's here.
Wow, it's you, Miss Honorary Knight. And Paimon, too, you're back.
That's her. The successor to great knowledge.
There must be some mistake.
Successor?
That's right. I am the astrologist who has plumbed the depths of the ocean of stars. Surely you have long calculated my arrival as well.
An ocean of stars? What's that? Does it have fish in it?
Fish? No, don't play dumb. Is this some kind of game?
I should be the one saying that. I didn't get what you said at all.
See, I said this was a mistake.
But my predictions can't be mistaken. Well, let's make sure. Your mother's name is Alice, isn't it?
That's right. Oh, so you're Mommy's friend. But she's gone very far away.
My readings told me as much. But before she left, she must have imparted her mystical arts to you, surely.
Mystical arts? I don't get it. Mommy only taught me to make jumpy dumpties.
Oh, yeah, I did used to play piano in elementary
is the friend
school.
and rival of Mona's teacher?
Yes. As well-versed in astrology as she was, my master knew only astrology. Alice, on the other hand, was skilled in a great many other mystical fields.
Well, Klee's so young, so even if she'd heard this deep knowledge, she might not have understood.
Yes. It seems she has inherited the blood, but not the knowledge. What a miscalculation. There can be no contest like this. Yes. So before Alice left, did she tell you about a 50-year agreement and about a certain box?
Oh, I know this one. So you're here for that box. I'll look. Wait here. Not this one. Or this one. No, it's not this one either. I remember now. I buried it together with my new treasure at Windrise.
Why do you always bury important things outdoors?
Wait for me. I'll be right back. Klee, don't just run off. Don't you need the things in your pack?
I'll help her pack these things back in. You go after her. Looking at how rash she is, I worry for the box.
All Mona cares about is the box.
We're here! This is it! Let's dig it up! It can't be! I put a sign here! There's no mistake! Dendro's lines! We can talk later! Let's take them out first! Can't handle your drink!
Let me scry!
Germinate!
Many happy returns!
Found it! It's this box! Glad it wasn't damaged in the explosions. Retrieval complete! Let's bring it back!
You're back at last. The wait was exceedingly dull. I had intended to read a book to pass the time, but this one was just some ridiculous diary. Nothing of note in it at all. It dropped from Klee's backpack, so I thought it might contain some ancient knowledge, but never mind that. So, did you find the box?
We did. It's in perfect shape.
That's wonderful. Wait a moment. Why isn't it locked? And why is it empty?
Huh? Well, it's because I borrowed this box to store my treasures.
Borrowed?
Seriously?
But since you're here for the box, I took all my treasures out. That's why it's empty.
You used it to store your things? Then where are the original contents of the box? That's what I want.
Oh, you want the thing that used to be in the box? You should have said so.
You haven't broken it, have you?
No, it's not broken at all. It's the book in your hand.
What? This. So this book, this diary, is that Hag's... It's her diary from 50 years ago? The thing she wanted back after 50 years was the dark history of her youth? No wonder that old woman said I should not look at it no matter what, or she'd rip me to shreds.
Am I in trouble? It was you who said you wanted the box. You didn't say anything about the thing inside. I don't know anything. I'm leaving. Bye. Well, if you don't say anything, your master won't find out, will she?
Impossible. Astrology can see through all lies. You've seen it yourself. After having spent all my mora to come to Mondstadt, not only have I gained no knowledge, but now I can't return. How did it come to this?
That's so sad. maybe you could forget everything in that book and then go back.
That's too difficult. And even if I wanted to stay in Mondstadt, it would be... Yes. How can I maintain a proper astrologist's mentality if I stay with all these Philistines?
Well, then you'll just have to go back and face your master.
Stop talking about it. I guess I'll just have to stay in Mondstadt temporarily. Once that old crone's reached the end of her days, I'll be free. But what will I do about my astrology research? No, wait. I don't even have a place to stay.
About that, we can go ask Catherine at the Adventurers Guild. Let's see if she can help.
The Adventurers Guild? Ah, right. You can do commissions for them in exchange for... Well, you know what I mean, don't you?
That was always the plan.
Oh, thanks. Never mind, it's nothing.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. I see. I understand the situation. There is a magic laboratory in Mondstadt that has been sealed by some unknown person. Although we have a few specialists who could break the seal, they all have their own labs and aren't that interested in the matter. I believe that if the astrologist you mentioned can break the seal, the owner of that house wouldn't mind if she stayed there. All right. Then allow me to tell you where the house is. Scry the sky.
The person who placed this seal is by no means simple. Breaking this seal by force is nigh on impossible. Interesting. I suppose it's worth using my astrology on. Let me see. I see. So if you first, and then you... All right, it's open.
Holy moly, that's amazing! Now we just need to go back to Catherine and you'll be able to stay here.
No need, no need. You have my utmost thanks.
You are?
Oh, I'm Goth, the owner of this house. I passed by the Adventurers Guild a while back, and Catherine told me about the matter. I never thought this troublesome seal would be dispelled so quickly.
Does that mean I can stay here?
Of course, of course. The facilities inside were just being left there anyway. I would be glad to have someone make use of them. To express my thanks, I shall rent this building to you at the lowest possible price.
Rent? I didn't hear anything about rent, and I helped out too.
Yes, of course, I understand. I am most thankful to you for that. So rest assured that I will give you the best rates.
I mean...
Paimon thinks Mona's misunderstood something, but...
I guess I don't have any other choice. I'll rent this place.
Great! Then we are agreed. I will go prepare the documentation. Please wait here.
Thanks for your help. Also, well, I'm very sorry, but I won't be able to do what I agreed to help you with just without the necessary tools and without new knowledge. It will take me some time to see your destiny clearly. But I promise that I'll do a reading for you first thing once I'm ready. Yes, I don't really know what to do, but I'll do my best. I wish you both safe travels. As for me, I need to think of the future as well.
How is she gonna make a living if she doesn't use astrology to make money? Maybe we should come back and check on her once in a while. It would really be bad if she fainted from hunger in there.
That one was pretty short compared to the others, but you know what? Maybe they were just long because I had to go back and forth between the two. I wonder if maybe this lady is her. Nah, she's not an old lady. Never mind. I was thinking maybe there would be some kind of connection, because there's like a similarness to that character. I don't know. Let me see. Who would be next? Oh, it requires adventure rank 40. So I guess that's all the character story quests we can do for now. I didn't know that they were locked behind adventure ranks. That is actually kind of surprising. Well, let me think. I guess when we come back, we could do this Requiem of the Echoing Depths. Whatever that's about. And I guess start taking care of some of our other quests that we just have sitting in here, because we do have a long list. They're just not voiced ones, so hopefully you guys won't mind that. We never even finished the Rito travel permit. What a shame. We finished the whole Inazuma story and still haven't finished that mission. Well, I had fun tonight, you guys. I actually really enjoyed these character story quests. I liked the Venti one the most because the end. And it was pretty funny. It was a lot funnier with the voice added in. Couldn't take it as seriously. But I did take it seriously before. So I still like it from that. But the added voicing was just something else. And yeah, I mean, I really like the ones with Zhongli. I was like, dang, I thought there was at least one more Mondstadt character before we get to those. But nope, this tracks. I was honestly expecting this Albedo one to come up since it's Dragon Spine. But I forgot that all these happened before that. I don't really like the Ganyu one, so I'm not looking forward to that. But I'm looking forward to these two. And after Zhao, I'm not super interested in any of these, in all honesty. The Baiju one's really good. I don't know why it's all the way over here, but yeah. And then I literally don't know any more of them. Yeah, I don't know any more of them after that. So we'd be kind of caught up knowledge-wise with the character stories to my other account. And we really haven't done much of these. I don't know, the one we did with Noelle wasn't the most interesting, so that's why I haven't really been itching to do one of these. But if you guys want to see me do the hangouts, just let me know. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Trails from Zero, which is something I don't know what to expect with that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. And Saturday, we're playing Pokemon Snap. So yeah, I'll see you guys there for those. And that's it. Peace out, you guys.